luck. I'm coming to get you.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied.
Get off my plane.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
John, I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. Shoot you between the balls.
The disease. And I'm the cure.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. There can be only one.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to kill them all, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Give Me Back My Action Movies, the podcast. I am the champion above all, Charlie, your host tonight. And with me, as always, are my two punching bags, Pete and Nate. Nate is on the receiving end, on the back end of this. Pete, how you doing tonight, brother?
Hey, gang. I am doing wonderful. It's been a rough week, and I'm looking forward to this. My goodness. I do want to say that, boy, that Doomsday episode, I just got done listening to it yesterday, and I really wish I had been on that episode, maybe instead of this one today. So,
well, you're the one that, did this to
know,
yourself.
I know.
And I did. Did I do a good Pete?
That was going to be my second comment. Is that how I sound like in your head?
No, it doesn't. There's no raspiness. There's no sexiness.
It's really. How do you do that?
I know. I fumble around my words a lot, especially when I've been drinking.
Yeah, but I said, "Whoa, this is a good part," and I start out with bitches.
Yeah.
Did I write bitches though?
I got your mannerisms down.
Oh, okay. I didn't write bitches.
Bitches.
I was like, wait, I didn't write that.
No, that's what you do, though.
I did my best Roger Ebert for that.
Nate's
that
still
review.
getting into his character acting.
Yeah,
he's
still doing
okay.
it.
All right. Well, it's a valiant first effort, sir. Congratulations. Don't do it again.
His Stallone is the talk of Broadway.
Make the episode. If you don't make it, this is the results.
I know.
And the other one over there is Nate.
I know.
Hi, Nate.
All right, everyone. I want a nice, clean fight, all right, tonight, this evening. That means, Pete, no making fun of, Charlie for having tiny hands and not having a butt. Charlie, that means not making fun of Pete for being a bald son of a bitch. That also means not making fun of me for, sounding like John Lovitz. I am not allowed to make fun of Pete for, picking, well, now he still has the worst movies in the history of the podcast, but this is officially the 5th worst film that we have ever covered on the podcast.
Wow!
Which, at this point, I'm the only one that's ever right, so we're starting there. And technically, I think Pete's only had 2 bad picks, and Charlie has had 3.
What 3 bad picks have I had?
You picked Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. I will pull up the text and I will screenshot that shit.
No, you wanted to cover that.
No, you're the one who said, I guess we'll just cover Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. Because this was in an error where we didn't pick movies in advance and we picked movies on Tuesday when we record on Thursday.
You wanted to be like, we should cover something current in Texas Chainsaw because I had to watch that shit.
No, because you watched it first before me.
How did I watch it before you?
You did.
You're insane.
And then you picked Metal Storm, which made me want to gouge my eyes out.
I'm not going to fully deny that one. I had fun with it, but
that one was Pete. I just remembered again. That was Pete. Yeah,
Wait,
he keeps doing this. All right, so Pete has had the most bad picks.
I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah, Pete's already backed up. He's lounging back away from the microphone.
Now, Pete did have, buns of cutie and geishas that are robots or whatever that was.
And Thirst.
And those were 2. No, Thirst is a beautiful
Raw.
film.
Thirst
No,
is a
Raw
beautiful
is,
film.
it's a movie that's
you didn't like
bad.
Slugs. How is Slugs not on your list of bad movies?
Because of Mike Brady, sir.
Mike Brady.
Mike Brady elevates all.
Brady.
All right,
You know what this movie could have used? Mike Brady fighting
There
Tuscan
was
Sand Raiders.
no room for Mike Brady in this movie, sir.
Oh, there was room for stuff in this movie. That's for sure.
I love how I stole your bit, though. I did the Rocky.
Yeah, you
idea.
did, because I've been
I
sitting
did.
here thinking the entire day that you start out with a Rocky montage.
That's
And I
you
forgot
guys-
what the other movie was that really sucked that you picked. That wasn't Metal Storm, but I didn't like Deep Star 6, whatever the hell that was called.
No, you
but
didn't.
like,
me and Pete liked it, and then
It was
the
fine.
majority ruled. Yeah,
yeah,
it
but he
was-
said it was just fine. And then like
Right, he did a 6.
you picked From Paris with Love or whatever that was
Oh, it's
called.
amazing.
That movie's
movie.
terrible.
No, it's not. Shut up. That one started a
Ah,
big feud on the
My
social.
name's John Travolta. This is what Americans sound like. Have you ever danced to the discos?
He is American.
Yeah, but he forgets what he sounds like.
Oh my God! Stop it! Stop it! We haven't even told everyone what we're doing, other than I think we've mentioned Patrick Swayze one time. But we're doing
That's
Steel
true.
Dawn.
All right, Pete, you want to get on him first, or you want me to?
I don't. You go ahead.
Right.
All
You
right.
Want me to play the trailer first, or do you want to get this out first? What do you want? What do you
Play the
want to do?
trailer first. That way,
I'm gonna play
that
the-
way I can look up the movies we've done and blame you for the other bad movie.
You go right ahead. I'll
I'm
pull up your
going
list
to.
too. That's fine.
Good.
Out of the ruins of a nuclear war, through a landscape of unearthly beauty and unknown terrors, and into a world struggling against the forces of nature and the forces of evil.
I am the authority in this
A legend is born.
You shouldn't play with sharp objects.
The legend of a man with no name and no home.
You like being mysterious, don't you?
A warrior trained in the ancient art of combat.
A man needs his exercise.
A hero for a new civilization.
My father's Danmil. He was a commander.
I knew it.
He is all that stands between those who would rebuild and those who would destroy.
Cut the boy's throat.
This is his challenge. This is his triumph. Patrick Swayze is the soldier of destiny.
Do you feel safe now?
Yes.
Steel Dawn, the legend begins.
Now that gentleman is movie voice. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
that is a
dude-
really good movie.
That
That's-
makes me
those
want to
are-
watch it, and I saw it, and I don't ever want to see it again.
Stop
That guy's movie voice is bitching.
No, I love the old classic.
Yeah.
movie voice. That was like right before the other guy took over. You know,
The
in a
Underworld
world.
guy? Yeah.
It's that guy. My favorite guy, but I always love the epic type of movie voice guy with this. So.
We really don't have that kind of trailer
We
anymore.
don't
Now,
get those anymore.
No,
I don't-
they don't exist.
I don't really watch trailers because I don't like trailers. I think they give away too much
Right.
of the film. But yeah, we don't get that BS synopsis that that teaser. I'm really trying to get you to want to watch this movie, and instead they
Yeah.
just put up shit
The
that's in
entire
the
movie.
movie. Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
So it's a sad. It's like poster art. Poster art's been up and down. It's been
Yeah,
up
it's-
lately, I think.
A
but-
little bit, but it's still just floating.
There was
heads
a
out in the
time
ether.
when it was all Photoshop bullshit, and those guys that would paint the Star
Yeah.
Wars posters it's a dying art.
Yeah, I'm
man.
tired of the floating heads. That's
Mhm.
for sure.
Right.
Needs to
right.
go away.
Absolutely. All right, Nate, come on.
I
What you
couldn't
got?
find. It turns out there wasn't. So this is technically
Right.
the fourth Force movie
You
we've
know,
ever done.
I found some that you picked that.
All right. To be
weren't
fair,
bangers.
Missing in the Action Part 1.
I'm
we
not counting
thought, we thought, that would
we
be
thought
the
it was gonna be
next
good.
wave.
that was
Turned
that
out
was a
bad.
group. for
Turned out
Chuck
bad.
Norris. I wasn't
Yeah,
counting that against us.
Okay,
no,
all right.
So I wasn't counting that one against us.
All right,
I
all
am
right.
going-
Amityville Horror, that's on me.
That's totally
That's on
you.
me. But
Oh,
to
yeah.
be
Yep.
fair, I thought it was terrifying as a kid, and it turns out it's really good at putting you to sleep,
Right.
much like this
Um,
movie.
There's one that it's not fair to the movie, but we did the Krampus, the naughty cut, and found out that the naughty cut wasn't worth a shit.
Okay, you know
so-
what? That is actually on the marketing team from Shout Factory.
I'll give you
They
that.
got us. They got us on that one. So,
Okay.
not quite my fault,
Who picked House by the Cemetery again?
Okay, so you know what? Fulci and Coffee is going to make a comeback this summer as well. I've already got one picked.
Was that my first episode?
No. Full Eclipse was, sir.
Full
Which was
Eclipse.
also, that was a Charlie pick.
That was amazing because it's werewolves and machine guns, and
you
liked it too.
I did buy that movie.
You did.
You bought that movie? What is wrong with you?
I found a physical copy. What are you going to do to me? Like, not buy that? Come on.
Yes.
That might be.
I'm going to do exactly that. Not buy it.
When Steel Dawn happens in real life and the only currency is Full Eclipse DVDs, I'm a rich ass man.
I'm with you. You made me cover my least favorite Friday the 13th, Chapter 7.
Well, all right. So to be fair, I couldn't change how the calendar worked when we did Friday the 13th, Part 7, because that was the anniversary date of that one specifically. I originally picked Part 4.
That's a banger.
I know.
Although we had a blast, you're still responsible for Leprechaun 4 in space.
I feel like that was Pete, all right? For some reason.
Hey, now, I watched it over at your house, Nate, and we had a ball watching that stupid thing.
All right, one of the cool things about trauma is deflecting.
Is that part of your steps? Don't. When you had trauma, don't deflect.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. But right now, I'm just going to deflect.
So anyway, I think we've run through the entire. Everyone's like writing down episodes to not listen to. Thanks for taking our numbers, Nate.
Please do not listen to Near Dark for the
can't
love
take
of
numbers
God.
away.
It's way too long.
That one is over 100 downloads, and I love it.
Stop downloading Near Dark. It's not good. On year 5 is when I'm going to finally pitch, like, maybe we redo Near Dark. And then that's when, like, maybe we do it better. But, like, don't download it. It's too long.
We should just critique our episode. That's what we should do.
That's what we do at the year
that's
end.
what we do. We do an episode where we just talk about, that was a good one. That was okay. That one was bad.
All of our episodes. Like what we're doing right now, because you refuse to talk about movies for some reason that you don't like.
All right. Well, hear me out. This is the second movie that you have picked that has put me to sleep 40 minutes in. And that feels weird.
I can't help how you watch movies or what mindset you're in.
Oh, no, see what it is I get nice and comfy on the couch. I get my Pikachu pillow out. I put it underneath my head. And then I get my dinosaur blanket out. And I cover up in it.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I might be in that dad phase right now.
He's right. Yep. That's it. That's a put the kids outside and Well,
no. That's what Steel Dawn did, because I was promised a post-apocalyptic roadhouse,
and
instead I got a movie that takes place in the desert and where
that's
no dialogue.
Post-apocalyptic.
It was the most. Oh my God.
What do you mean no Okay.
This was not Roadhouse. Roadhouse starts out on a 11 and it just stays on 11 the entire movie.
There is a Tusken Raider fight as soon as this movie starts.
No, this movie starts with Patrick Swayze doing a handstand for no apparent reason. Why is he doing it? He's meditating.
Later.
Get out of town.
He explains it later.
I know. He shows the kid later on that his kid's supposed to meditate, basically just to get him strong enough to start training, because the kid's a kid. He's weak.
It's to teach patience. So are you saying that's any different than in Roadhouse when he's doing his whole kata?
No. All right. So
in his room,
there's moments where he's fighting and doing ballet kicks. That's Roadhouse.
And that's Patrick Swayze. Let's be fair. That's just Patrick Swayze.
Which is awesome. I love
he's smooth
that.
as silk. They might not be very exciting fight scenes, but he is smooth.
Those glycerin,
glycerin
muscles.
You don't mean
glistening
words. I know sometimes words that exist, but what I'm saying is when those muscles are nice and shiny in the desert sun.
Well,
yeah.
No,
and that,
so the whole
that
time
rat tail.
Oh, dude, this is like not quite mullet. It's like longer than a mullet, but there's like a Jedi braid running somewhere in it.
I got a question about that specifically. So let me get in here. So Patrick Swayze has a glorious head of hair. There is no doubt about that. I'm pretty sure the rat tail is an extension, which is fine. Because
I bet he could do it though.
Oh, he probably could do it, but it would take quite some time.
Right.
The enemy, the bad guy, I don't even remember.
Sho.
The heck is wrong with that guy's wig?
I have
Could
no
you not have
idea.
afforded a wig that was looked a
No
little
one
less like a
knows.
Brillo
Like,
pad?
seriously.
So bizarre.
Dude, it was
No one
oh,
knows. All I can tell you is that is like makes him memorable to most people. Where you're talking about this, you're like, you remember the dude with like the rat hair?
Right.
Like, yeah, the dude was Patrick Swayze. That's the
The
best part. Also,
the hair is ridiculous. Go ahead.
I'll mess that dude up even more for you guys.
Oh, sure.
Picture him as Niles from Frasier. As that, 'cause
That's
he has
Niles from
almost-
Frasier?
It's
No.
not. But
Oh.
picture
Oh,
Niles
okay.
from Frasier because they
wait
have
a
kind of the
minute.
same bone structure
Yeah.
in their face.
Yeah, that skeletal, that
Yeah.
thin boned face.
He
Sure.
looks like-
Sure, I get that. I get that.
So,
But he's-
next time you watch this for fun, picture Niles from Frasier.
Well, first of all, that's not going to happen. Second
It's
of all,
gonna happen, damn it.
it's so distracting that I couldn't take that guy seriously. And on top of that, the Patrick Swayze's wife, his girlfriend, love interest in the film, that is not natural hair. That was a
That's
perm.
Aquanet.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the Aquanet days.
That frizzy hair that she's got that doesn't occur naturally in nature, I don't think. And if it does, please correct me.
Oh no, that would totally occur in a post-apocalyptic whatever.
Is that what sun damaged hair looks like? I have no idea. I don't have
sure.
hair, so I don't
If
understand.
anything, the only good part of this movie is the fact that Patrick Swayze found love.
Right, like he did in Roadhouse with another blonde woman.
He actually found the love of his life, married her, stayed with her through till the very end.
Yes, they married and lived happily ever after in Steel Dawn. Yep.
Well, no, in real life, he actually. That's his real life. Like that's his life.
Yes, that much I knew. I
So
thought you had a bit going on there.
No, if anything, I'm happy that Steel Dawn allowed Patrick Swayze to find happiness.
Well, they were married before the movie
forever.
came out. Yeah.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, so he didn't need to do Steel Dawn then.
That was his wife.
So he got
until
tricked.
He passed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there till I think 2009. I think is when he passed. Something
So
like that.
I need to get Charlie a thesaurus now because I believe words like amazing, badass, awesome were thrown out.
Right. So you're telling me that he fights off like 8 Tusken Raiders at the beginning of it, chops one of their arms off,
that was
blood and all. I do love the flips for no reason because I just
my god, that
I haven't
around.
I haven't even had a chance to tell you guys my history with this movie, but we'll get there.
No, we'll get to that.
Not to mention, after he gets done, he's down to the last guy and he stabs that sword through the sand, and that blood
spurts
comes up
That was
out
pretty
of
cool.
there.
That was pretty cool.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
It did crack me up that the sand people bury themselves back
Right,
into
we're
the
actually
sand
in the sand
because that's definitely a convenient way to travel around like you're a graboid.
Can you do you know about the stunt crew, what they had to do to pull that off?
No.
Because they're actually in a desert in Africa.
You said
No, I mean
South
I watched
Asia,
the
or-
making of, but maybe I didn't see that part.
They didn't
Okay.
talk about it. This was I actually did research. No, they buried 50-gallon barrels into the sand, let the guys get down in it, and then they would put like plastic, like saran wrap,
Oh, cool.
and put the sand over, so it looks like they're like
Uh-huh.
coming up out of the sand.
That's
like
pretty
super
sweet.
clever. I like
Yeah.
that.
I
yeah,
was
that's
like, that,
wonderful.
to me, I was like, how would you do that? Because sand is always shifting. You can't really
And it's
tunnel
heavy.
in it.
It's shockingly heavy. Yeah.
But no, this movie starts off fast. So I don't know.
All
This
right,
movie
so there's
starts
another
off-
word that
Fight.
he's using. That he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah. I don't think he
understand.
knows what that word means.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
What?
definitely not fast,
Fast?
because
Fast? No,
That
no,
is
I don't think
fast.
it is.
I mean, it starts
Yeah.
out slow.
No, it does not. That fight happens within 30 seconds of the credits.
That does.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
And
And
If
then
that's
there's just
another-
he's a nomad. It stays true to his name. He
and
just wanders.
he starts
walks-
walking. And
he
it's
walks
almost,
for 1 minute before he gets to we'll call it the bar, the tavern, that he meets his mentor.
He's got post-it notes. He's got
I
post-it
just
notes,
sat
everyone.
here and time stamped it on my DVD. I have the times. In the beginning, there is a fight. There is a second fight 8 minutes after the beginning of that movie. Then there is another fight
That's what it was.
at 10.5 minutes. That fight lasts 2.5 minutes. He then walks for only 3 minutes of the movie before he gets to the homestead where Kasha is.
It felt like a half hour. Is all I'm
Nope.
saying.
They really
He
did.
literally only walked for 4 minutes. So let
All
me
right.
put that in.
I
No,
hate
no,
that I'm being
not done.
fact-checked right now.
I'm not done. Hold on. Buckle up, bitches. Here we go. Steel Dawn comes in at 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I tried to find something a little bit, along the lines of Steel Dawn, and I was like, I don't know, what movie could that be? Road Warrior comes in at 1 hour and 36 minutes.
Far more entertaining of a movie.
In Steel Dawn, it is 18 minutes from the beginning of the movie till he is at the homestead. In Road Warrior, it is 27 minutes before he makes it to the place where they're refining the gasoline.
As that opening 27 minutes is far more entertaining than the whole hour and 40 minutes
right,
of this.
Because, he says like 3 words, and I'm not bashing Mad Max. I love Road Warrior. It's
I was
one of
going
my
to say,
favorite movies ever.
You better
fucking stop, sir.
No. This is not like one's better than the other. I am trying to give a parallel because also the composer of Steel Dawn is also the composer from Road Warrior.
Oh, okay.
But the guy who did the music is Brian May from Queen.
What?
Yeah, no, I kid you not. Look up at the very beginning when it says, all the title cards and everything. Brian May is the guy that did the music for this movie.
So he like composed it, but he's not like the composer. He like, what do you call that? Where they write the music and then someone else like does
there's a writer and then an
composer.
arranger.
Right.
If you come up with the tune and then you don't maybe you don't have the skill set to put it into an orchestral setting, so you hand your tune over to an arranger who will then find all the nuances of the music and write it for an orchestra. So
you know what? It turns out there's 2 people named Brian May.
Yeah, okay,
and they both happen to be in the music. So
okay.
One's Australian and one's Queen.
Sense.
Normally I would edit that out and not make you sound like, you didn't know what you were talking about.
It was in my notes. I was like, oh, cool. Brian May did the songs to this.
How many
What
Brian
are the
Mays are
chances of there being a second Brian May?
Pretty good, it turns out, Nate.
Yeah, it turns out actually really good.
Turns out it's pretty good.
What were the chances of both of them being world-renowned musicians?
Yeah, there you go.
Renowned.
Okay.
I'm going to shut up for a minute.
So I
love
that's the majority of my notes right there because you guys messed up. You started bitching about this movie early on this week, and you put Charlie on the defensive.
I was having too much fun doing that.
It was actually a lot of fun.
It's a bit, and I'll keep fueling that bit forever. I think it's hilarious. But
I mean, there really wasn't anything like bit wise. It was just pure honesty from Pete and I.
Same with me. I was still defending this movie vehemently.
Yeah.
I still am.
Yeah, you're gonna have to for the next hour.
Sure. I have no problem with that.
I know.
I love
You're
this movie.
prepared. I'm not prepared.
I am prepared. And you guys,
you also liked Metal Storm, so this explains a lot.
So
I like parts of Metal Storm. Let's get that clear. I never said Metal Storm was a fantastic movie, but I liked parts of it.
You definitely gave it a higher rating than it ever needed.
I did, out of spite, because it was
because he was
mad.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a 10, you sons of bitches.
Pete, what you got, brother? Come on.
No. Okay, so Nate says it started out slow. I agree. The fight scene was a little dull. The Sand People looked cool, but it also reminded me of a better movie, Star Wars. I don't like being reminded of better movies when I'm watching a crappy
tell
movie.
me
So
about
you
it.
don't watch a lot of movies then, apparently, because everyone rips everyone off.
No, but you made us watch Doomsday, and the whole time, like, man, we should just be watching Escape from New
Right,
York
because they did an homage.
But I kind of liked Doomsday because they did a pretty good job of doing the homages, and I didn't feel like that. I'm talking here. You
shut up.
You
Stop
zip
defending Doomsday. You weren't on that episode. You're not allowed to talk about it in praise.
A review
my
that
2
you
cents.
read. What's wrong with you?
Shut up, both of you.
I was there in spirit. So the beef I had with the beginning of the movie, and yes, there was an 8-minute lull. There isn't any dialogue for almost 8.5 minutes in this movie. And I don't know who anybody is or where they are. It's a desert. Some people are fighting. I'm so bored already because it's just I have no investment, and you've lost 8 minutes of me investing in your stars right now.
The investment is Nomad. That is what he is. He is a nomad. You don't need to know you don't ever know his name. His name is Nomad in this movie.
It's a cool name.
Great. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. And we wouldn't have known anything about the name Nomad because they never even said his name, did they?
No, he says you can call me whatever you want, but in the credits, it's listed as Nomad.
I didn't watch the
Yeah.
credits.
Yeah, he
Turned
was
it
ready
off
to
as soon
turn
as
the
I
movie
could.
off.
He is an
Stop.
unnamed stranger. So this movie is a direct takeoff from a movie from the 50s called Shane, which is
Shane,
a
yeah.
Western.
Mhm, it's a Western.
And
Mhm.
huge Western influences in this movie, which is a weird
Oh,
thing
for
for me.
sure.
I do not like Western movies. I have gone on the record saying I don't.
Okay.
Very few do I, like Tombstone doesn't count really. I enjoy that one, but there are some that I'll watch, but I am not a huge Western type.
The classic Westerns in our brains, because we didn't grow up with them, are a little hard to stomach, like the old John Wayne stuff. A little hard to stomach. So the Clint Eastwood stuff, we're
I
getting a
like
little
I like
closer.
Good, Bad, the
Right,
Ugly,
right.
things
Right,
like
right.
that.
So those are all
Tracy
Westerns.
Wills.
But you're talking like
Yeah.
classic
I'm talking the
Westerns,
classic.
the Bonanzas,
But
the
Shane has been adapted multiple times, even to the point
Sure.
of recent Logan is an adaptation of
Sure,
Shane.
And that's
sure.
what this is it's an adaptation of it. They do change a bit at the end. It doesn't go as far, but it
Mhm.
is a drifter, doing what he does, and then comes upon a homestead, gets involved, cares about them, and then defends them. That's pretty much what Shane is. That's what this is. The director of this, Hool or whatever, however you say his last name, is a huge influence on Western movies, and that's where a lot of his career started, was in Western. So it works. But what I was getting at was the weird thing is that doesn't turn me away from this movie, because I love it when they take like a very sci-fi approach to a Western. Like, I watched Steel Dawn, and here in the shop the past couple of days, I stuck in my Blu-rays of Firefly, the TV show
Oh,
that
God,
Fox
I love
had.
that show.
That's just a straight up Western in a
Oh yeah,
sci-fi
it's
setting.
Space Cowboys.
And
I
I
never got to see
love,
it.
oh my
It's
God, dude.
go see it. It's wonderful. It's only
I
11
should
episodes long.
Because when I
It's a
watched Serenity, I was lost
goddamn
the whole
shame.
time.
You watched
Same.
Serenity and not the
No, I
man.
did too.
I didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
know.
I didn't either. Me and Dad
I just
rented
thought there was just like
Serenity.
this cool like space movie. I
It
didn't know who
is.
Josh Whedon was.
But you gotta
and,
watch
like,
the show.
It's not
to
like
get
I'm the
any of
biggest
it,
Josh
yeah.
Whedon fan anyway. Like,
It's like you
No,
watch
not
Fire Walk
now.
with me and you've never seen Twin Peaks. Like,
yeah,
none of
that'd
this
be
would make
weird.
any
But
sense.
also, that's got David Bowie, so I could kind of understand why that would happen.
Well, anything with David Bowie in it.
I know, right?
You're right. Yeah, that's right. We've
Him
covered
and
a
his
good
cod
movie
piece,
that-
please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that was
now,
just
now I
cod
do have a funny story about the first 10 minutes when I watched the movie.
Oh,
but
yes.
you didn't sleep through, apparently.
Well,
It
no,
took
I
him
was
40
dozing
minutes
off.
to start sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So I had my subtitles on, and when it gets to him talking to his friend or the person that he
mentor.
looks up to, his mentor,
Wade Garrett.
there was a good 2 minutes where I had subtitles playing but no dialogue at all, and I went, "Are they mind readers? Are they reading each other's mind?" And I was like, "Well, it is the future. Maybe that's like a superpower you get." And then they started to talk, and then I realized that my subtitles were super far off.
Oh,
and
no.
I had to turn them off.
Your ratio.
Yeah.
was-
They were playing the subtitles a full 2 minutes before the dialogue actually
Oh,
happened.
no.
So I legit thought this was a movie where people were just reading each other's minds. And then when that wasn't the case, I was like, whoa, what's going on
That's
here?
awesome.
Nate
Were you watching
subtitled
it
not
on
telling
Tubi
me.
or were you on a Blu-ray or something?
I've got the Vestron DVD copy that
I
Charlie
know.
sent my way. Yeah.
How does
gave
that get all screwed up?
I don't know.
It's probably
It's
on
weird.
the digital thing, because what it is, I bought the movie and it came with the digital copy, and I gave it to
Yeah.
Nate. So it could be on the digital
okay.
rip.
And
part
like,
in
it's
the
not like the
double
audio
D.
was off or anything like that during the whole time. It's just,
Just
the
the
subtitles.
subtitles.
Now, maybe I could have turned it off, turn it back on, but I was already invested in. And I gotta say, like, this is the second movie I've seen from like Vestron being released,
Mhm.
and I love that they don't clean up the movie. That
Right.
it still has like not a VHS quality to it because it's clear,
It
but
still
it
has the
definitely
grain.
still has like
It feels like
um,
film.
yeah.
It feels
Like
like
you're
film.
not seeing the tracking lines come across the
No,
screen,
no,
but you definitely you get that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something about their releases that I really respect.
I
where
think what's playing on Tubi is the Vestron. cut.
probably
I think
Oh,
that's
well,
what it is. 'Cause
I had a
turned it
problem
on the
with
other
what
day.
I was seeing because I thought the picture was real dull. Like
now.
Really,
now
mine was
the-
super bright.
it wasn't.
on
At
It might have been, but
nighttime-
I watched it on Tubi and everything was really dull. And I watched it in
nighttime
the
was
basement.
terrible. There was
It-
so
Really?
much in the nighttime where it's just like this looks
Oh, I
like,
think
so
you guys got bad
mudded.
rip or
I think
something.
so. Yeah, because the same way with Deep Star 6. I was real disappointed in the copy that I saw.
I know that one's
and
messed up 'cause you have the wrong
I got it from the
aspect.
library, and it was a DVD, and it had to have been a copy of a copy from a VHS.
It was a copy
and
of the
it looked
VHS.
awful. It just looked terrible. And I thought the
My
same way.
DVD is the same. Yeah.
It's
And
like
it's not
it's like
like-
if you were watching with if you were watching Dances with Wolves, and it was just kind of a little blurry the whole time. How
Yeah.
sad is that? Because half the movie is about
See that-
the landscape, and
that
this movie
sucks.
had some gorgeous
Oh, God.
landscapes, and I felt like I was robbed when I was watching it.
Well,
Another X
that
in the
kind of-
box
that-
for me.
But I mean that's not a X to the movie though. I mean, I
No,
understand.
like,
if you didn't
my
get
But
that
to my
experience-
experience, and it
Right,
didn't it
your
didn't give it.
experience.
Had it been gorgeous and beautiful, had it been at the level of a 4K Dance with
Oh,
Wolves,
the-
I keep going back to that. It would have. I'm sure it would have raised the
The
experience
blue,
up.
I mean, honestly, the Blu-ray of this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I'm
how it
watching
always
and
is
I mean,
because you have a
it's-
physical. The
it's-
bit rates
I'm
are always going to be
physically on it.
higher. That's just
but
how
yeah,
it is compared to. The
I know I'm
compression.
rolling the
That
dice when I
sucks.
hop on
That
Tubi for
sucks.
anything.
I wish
But
you guys.
here's
could
the
have
thing:
experienced it.
like
It's what I had to watch.
there was wide shots of the desert that looked beautiful,
Yes.
Mhm.
but this director cannot direct an action scene for the life of him. There was so many scenes where the camera was zoomed in and pointed at the wrong damn thing,
I'll give you
and
that. I agree.
and it was just like, what the hell are you doing? And that was my biggest gripe as the movie kept going on. It was just like, you could tell this was a person that doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, he
And like, it
Yeah.
also blew my mind. I was like, this movie came out in 1987. Patrick Swayze is well established at this point, and this feels like what would have been Patrick Swayze's first movie.
Well, it's his first into this type of genre. Like, let's not forget,
No.
Roadhouse
He
came in
did
in
Red Dawn
1989.
before this.
Red
Dirty
Dawn is
Dancing
not-
came out the
He was a
same year.
baby.
Yeah,
He
Red
was
Dawn. he's
great
a
in The
baby.
Outsiders. Like,
A
he might have been a
baby.
baby, but you know, this movie has all the writings on it of this is like the first film you do, a la Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation, and then you get big.
So Hool had only done like 3 directed. You know, he's more of a producer than a director. I will not defend the cinematography of the fights because you're
Oh,
right. It's
it's
almost
so
like
bad.
they tried to always, like, especially on the Swayze fights, was to always have him doing something on the screen. Whether
It
I think
felt
that's
like
why he
the movie,
flips.
and then that's where I was like, you know, the movie's in widescreen. That's the way you're
Yeah.
supposed to experience a movie. And I was
Mhm.
like, maybe this was supposed to be in 4:3.
Well,
know?
their film. I mean, the
I
film
think it's
cinematic
stretching.
scape. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like just something about it. It was driving me nuts
I-
as it kept going. I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you pointing the camera at like nothing, you know, and
Yeah.
doing these like awkward zoom ins? And then it would do like a zoom out shot to show you
Mhm.
the landscape. I'm like, all right, now do that with the fight scenes, you dumbass.
but the problem is they may not have had a great fight choreographer or anything like that.
then,
So
like-
you have to hide things
Because I didn't want to just harp on the movie the entire episode. I
No, it's
watched
fine.
the damn making of it, which was,
Yeah.
you know, interesting because it was 10-week shoot in the desert. And because of that, they're all getting loopy by the time it's week
I
5 or
bet.
6 or whatever.
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
there's no doubt. I mean, you're dealing with heats, you're dealing with extremes in weather.
So they
It
got
gets
dropped
cold
off
at
in the
night.
middle of a desert for a 10-week shoot.
They had to drive
Right.
an hour every
Hour.
day to get to
Oh,
the
in and
set.
out.
my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
in
you
and out.
had the whole like the team building the sets, you know.
Mhm.
So they got to drive
Mhm.
out there, work the entire day, and it's literally like dudes in short shorts, no tops or anything,
Have you ever seen
knee-high socks.
the picture from Star Wars
Digging.
with the pink shorts guy where
Sure.
he's holding the boom out?
Yep.
Picture that.
Same thing.
All the dudes look like that in this.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, all props to him, man. As far
Oh,
as
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
landscape and
It's
you know,
amazing the movie
surrounding-
got made in the first place.
Mhm.
But I meant
Like-
like even the props and the sets look amazing in this movie. I mean, it feels desolate, yet it feels like people are really just putting scrap together and
Yeah.
trying to make it work. I love
But,
the setting
like,
of this.
Pete said, like, this reminds you of a better movie. And it's like the whole time, like, we could be watching Road Warrior. Like,
We could
but,
be,
like-
but like we said
but
last
George
time,
Miller
it's-
is a competent director compared to this dude who, like, didn't know what he was doing. And George Miller worked on a lower budget than this and,
Yeah.
you know, just had to, you know, work with what he got and makes it work and makes it entertaining. This I did not find entertaining in the least bit.
I
There
don't
was so much
understand that, though.
where they're just going from like not even location to location, but it's just like, what the hell are they doing right now?
telling a story, which is ultimately what movies are. They are telling stories.
Whoa.
No,
You mean to tell me
seriously.
this whole time I've been watching movies, I'm supposed to have a story?
No, you're
Is
harping
that what
on the
you're
fact
telling
that
me?
nothing's happening when everything is happening. They're telling a story the entire time. You're finding out about this family that he meets that, like I love how Pete, messaged me the other day, like, I thought Tark was nailing her. And I'm like, no, he got friend zoned real hard at some point. But he's still
Oh, you
the
mean the
protector of the
general
family.
from Fifth Element?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brian James. I
I
love
thought
Brian
they were a
James,
thing
man.
at the beginning, and that was not true.
And honestly, it comes across like he wanted that, but there was, she was
She
not
was
in
not
for it.
interested in
Yeah.
what
No,
he had to give. Yeah.
but
I
so
thought fake Darkman was going to be the bad guy, and it turns out fake Darkman was just the henchman.
he's still a bad guy. No, you had
Yeah, but I thought he was going to be the main bad guy because he's fake Darkman.
no, you had Danmil, who was basically Brad Wesley from Roadhouse. He's the one that brought, what was the stupid thing Brad Wesley brought into town? I brought in the JC.
He brought in the JC Penney's, for God's sake.
Yeah, Dan Mill's trying to bring in the JC Penney's, and really build this town up.
I did not feel like the villain in this movie was a villain at all. It was just like a guy that was there.
Guy
You're
over there
either with
trying
us, or I guess maybe you're not.
trying
Let
to
that be
take
your
over the land.
consequences.
He's trying to take over the land so he can
Yep.
have control of the water, so
Right.
he can get all the money and all the whatevers. So
Right.
All
He's
the money
got-
and the bitches.
yeah, all the bitches. Yes.
Yes.
Resources are more important than money is kind of what he even gets across in this
Oh, sure.
movie.
Yeah,
You know,
like having
honestly,
bitches.
I don't think you even see them exchange money whatsoever. I think it's just a matter of resource.
When he
you
got
know.
to the settlement, it was you do a good day's job of work and
You
job
get
of
food
work.
and shelter.
You do right.
Yeah.
You do good work. You get food and shelter.
Yeah.
Don't be a rabble rouser.
Now, I do have a question for Pete,
Oh no.
because you have a garden and I don't.
I
Can you
do.
plant a seed upside down?
Yeah.
Certain ones.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can.
Because they made that mention. I was like, wait, I thought a seed was just a seed.
No, they're like especially bulbs. You can plant them upside down. Yeah, he wasn't exactly wrong. But if I don't think you can plant a lot of
I think
produce
something that had to be a
upside down.
bulb.
Yeah,
Like,
bulbs
if it
bulbs
comes
have to
in a
plant a
bulb.
particular way. Then it's pretty apparent how a bulb should be planted. I mean, there's a top and a bottom.
This guy didn't know gardening, and
He
I
didn't
love
know
his
gardening at
honesty
all.
about it, where he's trying to convince the kid who's building a pod racer to,
Right,
hey man,
right.
I'll help you build. I know that. That would be me. That would be
Mhm.
me trying to do deals with Pete, going, I can't do this planning
But
shit,
that's
but
I
I'll
love
build
that
you
kind of.
something.
If I'm gonna have a post-apocalyptic movie, I want to see humanity helping each other instead of
Yeah.
killing each other. And I did enjoy that, where this was, I don't want to call it a utopia. I'm sure there was some sort of discord going on even within that one settlement, but I really appreciated how they were all helping each other to
Well,
to an end
she's
goal.
trying to do the right thing of
Right,
this
right.
like this water supply. She could basically turn into,
We're going to make fields. We're going to make fields
Yeah.
of corn again or whatever.
she
Yeah.
could basically turn into a Morton Joe and
Okay.
control the water. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Because she's
mhm.
sitting on it, but instead she wants to build an aqueduct
Yeah.
to, flourish the land. And then even Swayze's like, you're just gonna attract the hordes. And she's like,
Mhm.
yeah, but it's the right thing to do. And if we get enough people, that's why she was calling in a peacemaker,
Mhm.
which was his
Which
mentor.
was his mentor. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
Hey,
go ahead.
hey, when he and his mentor met up at the bar and they were reminiscing and having a drink with each other, I missed this. So Swayze got poisoned.
Yes. That
Yes.
both cups were poisoned.
Yeah, and so he saves his mentor. So I don't know, did Patrick Swayze have some sort of built up immunity to iocane
No,
powder or something?
what it came into is he thought it
That was a good
smelled.
joke, God damn it.
No.
It was too.
It was not no. Nate didn't even laugh.
I thought he was asking a real thing. Then once he said it was a joke, that's what made me laugh. Because he was making a funny, and I didn't get the funny.
Hurricane powder. God damn it! I hate.
No,
hate
see,
you
you
guys have no sense of humor.
Something. He
I
took
mean, I
a
got a pretty good
smaller
sense of
sip.
humor.
He took a sip and then he passed out or whatever
He
it was,
reacted and
saving
he
his.
was able to knock the glass out of.
So did
his
the guys that came in to kill the sensei
Mhm.
think that Swayze was dead?
Yes.
Well, here's the
Because he's not
problem.
moving.
They didn't do the double tap. You always do the
right.
double tap.
I mean, if you're in a world with swords, what's wrong with a little poke?
Yeah, you do just a little pokey poke.
Dead.
Especially
John Wick
if you're
makes sure
smart
you're
enough.
dead.
Yeah, he'll shoot you 4 times in the head.
Well, bullets
Yeah.
don't
On the
cost
ground.
him anything.
You're on the ground. You're dead. Your ear is over there. He's going to shoot you again just to make
Bullets
sure.
are
Just to
free
make
in
sure.
John Wick. Yes,
Well,
this is
John
true.
Wick's actually afraid of zombies.
Is he?
The movies don't really dig into it, but he's got a deep fear of the undead.
I have no idea.
Let's move on.
That was a joke. See, I can do it
Oh,
See how neither of us.
too. You
laugh?
know what?
you can.
Screw
you
the
give
both
bad
of
jokes
you.
too.
I hope someone goes like, yeah, Nate made a really good funny there. Yeah, I always thought John Wick was scared of zombies too, but I was just waiting for the right person
Were
to
you
say it.
trying to
Because I
make
was
a
always afraid to say it
Zombieland
out
joke?
loud.
Was it a
No, I made the
Zombieland joke?
Zombieland joke when I said double tap. And then
Oh,
Pete said he shoots him a bunch in the head, and you shoot zombies in the head a bunch. That way they don't come back. Can we go to commercial?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's go to commercial.
Cool.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
In a world filled with bad movies, 2 men risk it all to bring you a podcast that covers the very worst of cinema.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Join these unlikely heroes as they deep dive into Z-movie classics,
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
cheesy action films,
I will send you to hell. I've been there for 10 years.
badly dubbed Italian horror,
Mother, this cloth smells of death.
right through to modern cinematic catastrophes.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
Dominic Lawton,
Oh, my God!
can be wild.
We have such sights to show you.
Awe. The Bad Movie Cult. Available every 2 weeks wherever you get your podcasts.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
So, Charlie, you haven't told us what your connection was to this movie and why you made
Right, you
the
guys-
2 of us suffer through it.
You guys were ready to fight out of the gate, and
Oh,
thankfully
no, I
was
said I
ready.
wanted a nice, clean fight and everyone to be respectful.
That's still a fight. A clean fight and a dirty fight, still fighting, Nate.
It's true.
Yeah, he's got
Which
me
is
there.
which is one thing I really didn't like about this movie. The fights were boring.
Yeah, how are you going to give us an action movie and compare it to
why-
Roadhouse with fantastic brawling to
Mhm.
this, where it feels
To
like
this
no one knows what
snooze
they're
fest.
doing?
Ugh.
That
And
we've already
You got the
stop.
guy with the sword
bad
that you make him lock
coordinator.
up his sword.
Stop. We've already talked about it, and I've already agreed that the coordinating on the fights is one of the.
Well, that's the whole reason why I want to watch a movie like this is to see really cool fights and really cool set pieces.
He gets
Instead-
a roundhouse in, which is awesome.
This
And
is
honestly,
true.
I think
Yep,
the
he
better
does.
fights was with Brian James when they all like bum rush him and are like trying to bear hug him down.
Oh,
He
that was
headbutts a
terrible.
dude. No, he
That
headbutts
fight
that
was
dude.
so
I
bad.
loved how he fought because it took all 5 of them to jump on him. And Brian James is a big dude. He really
Yes.
is. You know,
He
and
is.
I love that fight with him. That one is my favorite fight in the movie when they're all coming up. And now it gets stupid because the woman grabs a ham hock to hit the dude.
That made me laugh out loud. When she
Oh, I
grabs
was
the big
That did.
ham bone.
'Cause
That made me laugh.
All that did remind me is like, if everyone had one too many drinks at the Ren Fair, that's what someone would do.
That's what someone would do. But her kid Jux is over there, grabs dude by the head, tries to knee him in the face. I was like, he's a scrappy little kid.
Scrappy
I like
little
the kid.
He wants to
It's also
fight.
the director's son, so we're
Oh,
not going to
cool.
bash on the kid actor.
No.
He wasn't as
No,
bad
we
as
only
Bob.
bash on Bob.
On Bob.
Podcast.
That was Nate's pick.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's. So my history with this movie, because I knew you jackals didn't have a history with this movie. It's
None.
and it's
Hey,
fine.
I went in really stoked because it was
You
sold
fell
to me.
asleep in 15 minutes. That's not
No,
even giving a
it
movie
was
a chance.
40.
This is true.
And
I do believe
I
you
was
wrote
promised
14 minutes.
Roadhouse, and I thought, cool, post-apocalyptic Roadhouse meets the Seven Samurai. This could be really cool, and yeah, it exists.
This is, before I get into my history of it, this is how the movie got picked. We were talking about redoing Roadhouse again, which I had no problem
we
with.
should have done.
Shut up. And
Just saying, we would have been better for it.
why are you playing that? I don't know. Maybe hit 5 buttons at one time. Way to go. I told him, I said, I may have a movie that will fit, and it's not, it's like Roadhouse, it's post-apocalyptic Roadhouse. I also have proof that I'm not the only one that makes that comparison. There are a lot of reviews about this movie. Anyway, this is what I read, Nate. Whoever controls the water controls the valley, proclaims the evil Danmil in the cult favorite starring Patrick Swayze as Nomad, an ex-soldier roaming the desert wastes of a war-ravaged world. When his mentor is killed before he can take the job of peacemaker in the town of Meridian, Nomad lends the townspeople his fighting skills instead, gaining the trust of a war widow, Kasha, and her son, Jux. But after Danmil learns of a secret water supply flowing under Kasha's farm, his thirst turns truly murderous in this dystopian 80s gym featuring Anthony Zerber and Brian James. I read Nate that, and Nate went, I'm in.
That movie sounds awesome.
It does.
And technically, that's what this movie is.
That's everything that's in
and
this
it
movie.
Fails at everything.
It does not.
It's everything on that synopsis is in this movie. Just
every bit of it.
Whoever wrote that also works for Shout Factory when it comes to selling you the Krampus naughty cut.
Anyway.
There, you know what? There's some people that are really good at their jobs in the world of marketing. That goes, no, this is not a turd. This is an orange.
Right. So here's before you, Charlie.
Sure.
I know you got this. I have a teeny sliver of history with this movie.
Awesome. Please.
So I was collecting. We had a video store called the Video Connection in a town close to where I grew up, and they were always giving away posters. Like they get posters and they would give them away when they were done with them. So
right.
I remember getting Die Hard and the Running Man? No, Predator. Yeah, Predator. I think it was. So that's that movie poster. God, I wish I still had them. That movie poster had a black and white pixelated version of Arnold, right?
That's Running Man.
Thank you, Running Man. I knew it was Arnold.
I know where you're going because I know what the movie poster for.
Because then Steel Dawn was the same thing. I'm like, oh, this must be a really cool film because it looks like Die Hard is very similar to those two posters. I don't know why they did the exact same style for all three of those movies, but it was really cool. And that's my history. I just remember you said Steel Dawn, and I went in my brain pan and went, I think that poster reminds me of the Running Man.
They did the same like bold red font in the same kind of way that they did the Running Man one. They're like reddish kind of tones and white in the pictures. Yeah, it honestly it's nothing to do. The Vestron cover of this is so much better. It sells it off as the post-apocalyptic. But anyway, back to my history with this movie.
Sir.
So y'all, like I've told everyone, my first R-rated movie, which means the first time I was allowed to watch a movie that wasn't edited for me, the TV, anything, was Delta Force. But I did watch movies on cable at my grandmother's house. And I remember this movie specifically because it was a Sunday after church. They were doing a double feature, basically like a sword desert
Sword and
movies.
Sandal.
Kind of like that, but not like Sword and Sorcery, like Sword and Sandal. You're right.
Okay, fair.
So church didn't let out till about 12:30. they started this at 12, and the first one they played was Beastmaster. And so by the time I got home, made my sandwich, I'd already seen Beastmaster, so I wasn't worried about missing most of it. So I watched the last half of Beastmaster. Obviously, we've talked about that. I adore that movie. The very next movie was Steel Dawn, which it tracks. It's
sure.
swords, it's desert settings, it's hero's journey. And this movie started, and I've never seen this, I've never heard of it other than up next, Steel Dawn starring Patrick Swayze. I'm just like, okay, I have no idea who that guy is. Well, I had not seen, I think the only thing I had seen was Outsiders, but I didn't know everyone's actor names. Like, I didn't know who Tom Cruise was, I didn't know who Rob Lowe was. I'm talking, I was like maybe 11 or 12.
Oh, okay.
When I
And,
watched
you don't have the internet to really let you know
No,
who are these people. Like, really, this is also the era of movie stars still, where
yeah. Well, and sometimes even in the TV guide, it would say like Swayze or just one or two last names, and that's all. You didn't even know who the character they were
and
playing.
sometimes like those TV guides would say like Swayze, and then in parentheses say Roadhouse. That way you
Sometimes.
knew, like, okay, that's what that guy's from.
That's where he's from, right?
Or the description would totally not be that movie whatsoever, even though it would say
there's a website out there with a crazy TV guide descriptions of movies, and you're like, huh?
To this day, you can find the proof that for Cyborg in all of the TV guides and the television, like what's getting ready to play, it says Masters of the Universe Part 2. It literally has that for Cyborg. So
I got
anyway,
a TV guide story later.
yeah, Steel Dawn comes on, and be 11, 12 years old. You just got done watching Beastmaster, and this movie basically starts out with Tusken Raiders. I knew Star Wars, so I'm watching all this action happen. I know they cut out like the blood. I never saw that, but I saw this really unique badass sword that I'd never seen in a movie.
It's pretty
before.
cool.
It's awesome, other than how he carries it at the end of the movie, because it would do nothing but shave the back of your arm every time you took a step because the blade's pointed up. But I watched this movie, and I remember vividly as a kid being completely enamored with this. Like, I'm watching this sweeping epic happen, and I didn't care that it takes a little bit before a lot of action really starts rolling in. I wasn't too far from the age of what Jux is in this movie. And so I'm really kind of connecting with that kid. He misses his dad, and then awesome freaking sword fights. As much as some of the fighting and the choreography I see now is lacking, as a kid, that didn't matter to me. I'm watching this and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Fast forward, I don't think I watched this movie again till Vestron came out. It's one of those that got lost in the back of my memory. I always got this one in Cyborg mixed up because I swore they used the same air-powered rifles in Cyborg, because there's no guns. They would use air-powered pellet guns, but they were using the bigger ball bearings. And until I started watching Cyborg again, well, okay, that's where that's from. And Vestron released, and I went and I saw this at Walmart, and I went, I know this movie. I've seen this movie. Bought it, immediately took it home, watched it again, and I relived it like I was a kid that day. That Sunday
awesome.
double feature, watching the Sword and Sandal movies. And I stuck it in again this week in the shop, and I messed up. I'm like, I shouldn't have stuck this movie in because I couldn't tear away from it.
You got nothing done.
And on that day, no work was done.
I literally got nothing done while I watched this. And
what did we say about self-employed people, Nate?
Yeah,
they never do anything. All they do is stay in their shop, and they watch Delta Force every day.
Well, that one's okay because I've seen it a million times, but apparently I have not seen Steel Dawn nearly enough because I was totally sucked into this movie, man. And it also reminded me, there are a ton of movies that we've gotten now thanks to like this movie. Like, think of Nowhere to Run with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where he runs into
but I feel like Nowhere to Run, like, because that came to mind too. I'm like, well, they just did Shane again. Like,
it all kind of ultimately goes to Shane. But here, I'll fix it even more for you. Soldier with Kurt Russell. They even do the whole planting thing where he jams the freaking plant into the ground and then mashes the dirt on top of it. It's
Oh,
all
don't
that,
do
and
that.
it's he is a protector. He is, and the husband dies later. There's no like romantic thing with that movie, which I'm glad. I love Soldier. And there's another movie that gets a lot of influence from here, and it just dawned on me today because I was just kind of going through like what movies have been influenced by this, and it's one all three of us love. We're possibly covering it here this year, but Turbo Kid.
Oh my
Turbo Kid takes the whole
God,
water
Turbo Kid.
aspect of it.
But I
Michael
feel like even
Ironside
Turbo
is
Kid just goes with Mad Max. Like I feel like all these movies are
all
named
of
just
them.
go from better movies, and like
Well,
none of them
that's
go. You know what? I watched Steel Dawn, and that is why I'm going to make movies. I feel
fine.
like anyone else would watch Steel Dawn and go, all right, let's
I'm never
let's
watching
not
movies
make a
again.
movie like that. How
Michael
about all right? That's what
Ironside.
not to do.
Michael Ironside is almost the exact character of Danmil in this movie.
Yeah.
The buzzsaw Henchy that runs around in Turbo Kid, the homage to Steel Dawn is the freaking wild ass hair poking behind the mask because he looks like Sho. He is the second in command, basically.
You ever hear the term reaching?
No, I'm not reading. Try it. Also, what are they looking for in Turbo Kid? Water. That was not part of Shane.
True.
Mad Max.
They were looking for gasoline.
Gasoline.
Mad Max.
That's true. Yes. But
They don't
you replace
hide that
water
this
with
is-
gasoline. It's pretty much like the two. When you're dealing with like post-apocalyptic, that's kind of it.
Right. So where do we draw? We had this conversation, Nate. Where do we draw the line that you're not allowed to make another movie because you're going to be like, no, it's just Mad Max.
No, you're allowed to. You just have to
Are
make
you?
the movie good, which is
Right,
what
like
Steel
Steel
Dawn
Dawn.
doesn't do.
No.
There's a
Steel
reason
Dawn
why
is
after
good.
this movie was made, the director went, I'm not going to make another movie for another like 10 years.
Well, that's
And then
because
after that movie, he went, I'm not going to make another movie for like 10 years.
Yeah,
And also
it's
the movie
long.
he made before this was Missing in Action 2, which we're not going to cover.
Oh God, no.
So
I saved you guys from that one. I watched it and went, no, I'm not putting you guys through that.
I'm just
You're
trying
welcome.
to figure out how
Thank you.
three
Thank
bad
you,
movies
Charlie.
have been covered so quickly. Was it after episode
What are you talking
100
about?
we just decided to shit the bed?
There is no bad movies. What are you talking about? I hope Stung is the worst piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
Don't you put that on Stung.
Oh,
It's
I
not.
am. I hope. I
It's
hope
not.
it is Pete. I can't believe you.
Yeah,
You think-
I can't believe Pete either because he
Yeah.
keeps saying, I think I've seen that movie. I might have seen that movie. He doesn't know if he has or not.
He keeps
Stung?
telling me we've got bangers coming for you boys, and I don't think he understands what that word means.
No, Pete definitely doesn't understand what bangers are, and you definitely don't understand what awesome is. That is the one thing. Boys, you're both getting thesauruses for Christmas.
Thank you, Nate. I could use one of those.
I know you could. Sure, you could use Google and figure out what these words mean, but for some
so
reason,
fun.
both of you lads just don't do it.
I use
call us a
words all the
lad?
time. I fix your fucking words.
Yeah, because someone's got to fix my words because I might have been dropped on my head as a kid, and sometimes
Aw.
formulating sentences is really hard.
So I knew this was going to happen. So I knew I was going to get teamed up on.
No. See,
I don't think I'm
thought
piling
I
on
thought
here
I was
at
going to
all.
like this movie.
No,
I really thought that, you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. And then 40 minutes in, I went, oh boy.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I had a
Again,
lovely nap.
It's fine.
Pete had a
Charlie,
lovely nap.
I came
did.
prepared.
Pete had a couple beers to enjoy too. There was one good thing about this movie. It allowed him to drink some good beers.
Wrong with drinking some beer, watching a movie, good or bad.
Agreed.
Now, you know, sometimes movies are more tolerable, I've been told, with frosty beverages. I
Frosty
believe that
adult
is what I've
beverages.
been told.
Frosty adult beverages,
Yes.
6-pack rating. I brought backup. So
What'd
no.
you do? Did you get the corpse of Patrick Swayze to
no,
come back?
Oh, jeez.
I went
Okay.
to the-
He's been dead for over a decade.
That's
What
not
does
cool, man.
what does
I
Sludge
didn't
have
like
to
it.
say about this?
Not Sludge.
Oh, it's
I
not
went to the-
Sludge. Oh,
I went to the High Council. I went to the High Council.
Hey, all right. If there's anything that we
Who's
know
above
though from
Sludge?
John Wick, you can't trust the High Council. They're a bunch of
he's
pricks.
got a good
That's
table.
the high table.
High table, right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but Nate's right.
This is the
Yeah.
council.
Can't trust him.
This is the council. So
Mhm.
seeing as how this entire episode
Well,
is
did you
just
go behind our
me-
backs and talk to Leo and Steven?
No, unfortunately, I wasn't able to.
Oh,
but
that might
Did
have
you
been
go to
guys,
Bad
you
Movie
guys
Cult?
had you guys had to involve them by letting this bleed over into our text chats instead of our Slack chat.
Sorry about that.
I was drunk, Pete, 100%, and I knew what
I
was
figured
happening.
Pete just, text the wrong thread,
I did.
and we had to roll with it.
And we just rolled with it.
Yeah. I was like, this is what I have to put up with, guys. Thanks. No. I went for the High Council, and since we really haven't gotten to talk a lot about this movie, this works.
About it.
Yeah,
this
sure
works.
we have.
No. So anyway,
bring it on.
Revisiting Steel Dawn, 1987. Steel Dawn was Patrick Swayze's shot at doing a Mad Max-style post-apocalyptic adventure, and personally, I've always loved it. It tells the story of a mysterious warrior called Nomad, wandering through the desert who comes upon a group of settlers who are being menaced by a murderous gang that is after the water they control. This is pretty much the same story as every other post-apocalyptic movie from that era, but that's fine by me. Steel Dawn is packed with action. Swayze is on badass form as he uses his fists, feet, and swords, takes on enemies with ease. Although the main villain of the story is Danmil, played in the always excellent Anthony Zerbe, who has really made a career of playing villains, Swayze's main antagonist, Sho, a ruthless assassin who killed his master early on in the movie. Despite having a bird's nest on his head, we all know it. We all agree that the hair is ridiculous. Trust me, it is there. I thought Sho was one of the best characters in it due to his sense of honor. He respects Nomad and sees him as an equal, which makes him that little bit more interesting as a character. You almost want him to live at the end, but you know that can't happen after what he has done. His hair really is quite distracting, though. So we're all in agreement.
100%, all three of us.
The final sword fight between Nomad and Sho is thoroughly satisfying, especially when Sho decapitates a henchman for trying to interfere with their fight.
That was funny.
Agreed.
That was very,
I laugh every time it happens. Keep your eyes open for keep your eyes open for a young Arnold Vosloo, hard target in The Mummy, Imhotep, as another henchman who really shouldn't play with sharp objects. Love that line in this movie. Although it's predictable stuff, the constant action and Swayze's screen presence with martial arts skill keeps things moving along quickly. Nomad was a cool character, and I would have watched him in a sequel or two, so it's a shame that never happened. After 31 years, Steel Dawn is very much a product of the 80s, but as that was the golden age of the action genre, then that is no bad thing. Swayze rules, period, R.I.P. That, sirs, gentlemen, comes from none other than our friend, our High Chancellor, Owen of the Action Elite.
Oh, well, he's dead to me now.
That is the man. That is the word.
Yeah.
That's might as well come from God.
No.
When
Wow.
Owen.
Well, thank you, Owen.
I mean,
thank
you, Owen, for having a wrong opinion about this bullshit movie that sucks ass. It sucks and blows at the same time.
It doesn't suck ass.
No.
It doesn't suck ass.
It doesn't.
That's my meter is moving towards Charlie right now, and it does not suck ass. Hello, birds.
That's for Nate, not you, Pete.
Oh,
Fine.
okay.
I didn't like this movie. It sucks ass. I'm sorry.
I still didn't care for this movie.
It's
anyway,
so derivative of itself.
And basically,
that's great
because we're not.
I mean, it sucks because you made three people have to watch Steel Dawn.
Some of the fight choreography is shit. It really is. That
But
last
even,
sword fight, though, I'm sorry, that last sword fight is awesome.
No, it's
Yes,
so
it is.
boring.
No,
and,
how is it boring?
Poorly shot and
No,
just
it's
all
not.
around. I'm not caring if this bad guy dies at all. Like, he's a terrible villain. So there's no stakes at all. I don't care. That's the biggest problem this movie has is there is nothing for me to root for our hero because he's just simply there.
You condemned this movie before you got into the movie.
No, because I truly wanted to like the movie.
Yeah, but you made it 14 minutes in before you fell asleep.
No. You got added extra 30 minutes there, 36
No,
minutes.
you wrote 14 minutes in the Slack. I made it 14 minutes before I fell asleep.
No, it was definitely 40 because when I started back up. So, if I had a typo in the Slack, that's on me.
There's a lot on you.
That's sleepy, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That was probably me waking up going, that was a good nap. Thank you, Steel Dawn.
All right, I'm gonna try to do this. Here's why the fights are underwhelming. I thought
good word.
I thought that everything in this movie took its damn time. All of the action parts were slow. They were shot poorly. And even that final one was not a wham bam thank you ma'am fight. It felt slow, methodic, and overly choreographed because maybe one or both of our actors weren't comfortable wielding swords. I don't know. I wasn't there.
They
I
were
don't
real
know.
metal. Honestly, whenever you're fighting with real metal, I might
So
take a little bit of time.
that makes a lot more sense. If they
That
were
would.
real metal, then they were like, I'm pulling my punches here. And
Yeah.
it translated to me off screen subconsciously that these guys really aren't swinging for the fences here.
See, no, there's points in that I just want to say.
I'm not done.
On that point, before you go somewhere else, there are times where it does feel like it's true contact that they are fighting. They are really hitting at each other.
There's weight.
and
There's definitely weight to
there you go.
those.
Perfect word.
There's
There is
definitely weight to those
to the
blows.
fight.
Mhm.
Yes.
But it
Continue. I
also
just
feels
wanted-
like
Good.
they're throwing down, they're hitting, and they're connecting,
Mm.
but they're being very careful with how and where they connect. So I don't get a lot of thrill with. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of stakes going on. I mean,
But
you're
that's
pretty much like
we've
the
talked
hero's
about
going to
for
win.
the filming, though. You know, you
The
can take
filming, yes,
you can take something that is filmed that way and or done that way and adjust it in editing to make it feel more fast paced.
yes, you can.
There and that we have said that this isn't the best choreographed movie whatsoever.
Yes.
What I appreciate about it is though is this is a like an actual sword fight. This isn't like overly ballet like dance.
It's not a
dance
Jackie Chan
setting.
movie.
It's not a
Which-
Jackie Chan movie.
Oh, I love
Which
Jackie
I've
Could have
gotten
done
some.
instead.
I'm gonna smack you. I was getting ready to say we've actually had a request of someone ask us why we haven't done a Jackie Chan movie. And I was
Agreed.
like,
Good
Why haven't we
question.
done
we
Jackie
haven't
Chan
done
movie?
one. Nate's usually the martial art, pusher on the movie picks. Again,
Drunken
every
Master
finger
Nate.
Yeah,
pointed
that would
at
be my
me.
pick.
Well, we have one coming up, but it's a Pete pick. So
It is. Yeah, I'm so excited. Anyway, so my second
go ahead.
point with the action parts that just didn't hit home with me, the pod racing at the end.
I had the same exact note. I
dumb.
went, this is exactly where George Lucas got his pod racing
This is-
idea
this
with
is
these
bad.
stupid goat carts.
How do they
This
work?
is
What
so
what
they're-
powers them?
Are they wind powered? Are they
It's supposed to
steam
be
powered?
wind powered, I
Are
believe.
they fart powered? Are
I have
they?
no clue.
I don't know. Are they
have no-
ego
I-
powered? I don't know how they're powered. It doesn't
I
matter.
can't. I
But let
can't
me tell you,
defend it.
they can't on sand. Those tires can't spin out because they go.
Oh, it's so slow.
It's
It's
so
so
slow.
slow.
And in the middle of this race, this chase, it's very clear at one point that it is the film is sped up
Sped
to
up.
make it look more exciting. It's
The
very
from
clear to me.
behind shot of Arnold
Oh,
Vosloo. Yeah,
My
Which
God.
I'm usually fine when a movie does that from back in the day because,
But
that's
it's
the
so
product of its
technique.
time. Yeah,
It's so egregious with a
it's in your face.
slow moving, with all the slow moving
Yeah,
action.
'cause it's
They
clear as
tried
hell
to speed
those
this
things
up.
don't work.
No, they
Oh,
don't.
it's
I
like-
will never try to defend those.
They
Oh,
should have
it's-
just stuck with doing a horse instead because they have a joust with these damn pod racers.
yeah.
And it's just like, do that with a horse. Just do
I-
that instead. You have horses.
That-
You've already shown them.
I am
I don't need these
1000%
goat carts.
in agreement. I
Okay.
totally agree with you guys. I can't defend this. While they look aesthetically
They
cool,
look cool. They
they,
totally
they
look cool.
serve no purpose in
No.
a world that has no gasoline. What I'm guessing, Pete and I were talking a couple days ago about like some type of rudimentary electricity is what I'm trying to figure out, like some kind of battery bank, because there are spotlights.
Yes.
Not everything was
There are
torches.
spotlights. I questioned the whole how did I know they had windmills,
They had,
and that's
they
how
had
they
the windmills,
powered
and
the
that's how you
pumps,
generate.
but it didn't come to me like I don't know that they're generating enough electricity for spotlights.
Well, lights
that
wouldn't really take a ton of power, and maybe they've stored enough. I don't know. We don't know. They don't dig
I
that
don't know.
far. My dad built a windmill at his
Oh, yeah?
shop, and it's powered off of an old car generator, not an alternator. So if you use a generator and he has a battery bank underneath and it charges 12-volt batteries.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
honestly, if you put enough batteries in series, you can power like your shop. Not
Neat.
heavy duty, but you can do lights. So that's where I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And they also have that thing where Brian and Swayze are working on something and they turn it on, which is when the water starts pumping through. So again, it is. Pete, this movie had boobs.
And it finally, at the very end, had boobs.
And I love that whole thing with Brian James and Patrick Swayze, where Brian James is staring through the thing. It's just fun. It's so fun. Like,
it's so
Patrick
juvenile,
Swayze
but it's okay.
Reaches over him and stabs the like turkey leg, and he's eating it, but he's still staring at the girls. And Brian James can't pull himself away. I die laughing. Jackie was laughing at that moment. She goes, "Really?" I was like,
"That was funny."
It was
you
just
stupid
dudes.
boys. They're just boobs, but I was also looking.
Hey,
I know.
In that world, that probably was all of the boobs except for the one lady.
Potentially, right?
He was already friend zoned. Exactly. Ata.
So there you go, Charlie. There is my scientific negative review of this movie. That's why I didn't like
negative
it.
Review is just no stakes.
You don't.
Yeah, no. Every time you're like, you didn't even give a real reason why you hate the movie. I'm like, yes, I did. Here's the reasons: a terrible villain, absolutely no stakes, terrible direction, a bullshit pole fighting scene.
One scene doesn't make it is bad. I can't defend
it's a collection of bad action.
It's not a collection of
that
bad.
make a whole movie that made me go, this is a terrible action movie that has no redeeming factors.
No, it does. It totally does. All right. Well, we get to the end. Patrick Swayze wins. I love the end fight, the showdown with Sho. I love it when he cuts the other henchman's head off because Dan Mills like, come on, get down there and end this. And he cuts that dude's head and he's like, don't step in on this. And I also love the I'm the best there is. And Patrick Swayze is like, you talk too much. I was like, this is awesome. I love every bit of that. All right, boys, let's do the things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies. Body count. Body count. Body count. Body count.
So we got a not light, but 21.
Was it that many?
Really?
Wow.
That's shocking.
Yep. It's
18 like
of those are 18 of those are Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
That is really shocking.
I watched the video.
Well, yeah. No,
they did a kill count.
I mean, I believe you. It's just like,
well, he
shocking.
He did nail like 5 in the first 6 minutes with the sand
so
people.
you have to count the sand people because I mean he annihilates only one survives. The one that's like begging for mercy and it's dragging the other dude behind him like I'm gonna get his shit. Bill had some awesome shoes.
Right.
They're scavengers. What do you expect? That's how it works.
Clean pair of underwear.
Right, yeah. You live in the sand, gets everywhere.
Everywhere.
No wonder they're cranky. Jesus.
Agreed. Yes.
All right. Let's see which one's the better kill.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
Nate, get it out of the way. Which one are you going to piss on? I don't care which one you pick.
No, like
I'll pick it for you.
Maybe like the very last kill to the bad guy that like doesn't matter whatsoever. He's just there.
Danmil?
Yeah, that guy. You know,
I do.
The one who's like, I'm the one that will be in charge here. And he's like never around ever to be in charge of anything. And then he gets a knife thrown at him.
I love the planning ahead that the prop department had where it's like, if we get his neck cut, we can bandage it. And then the knife gag is really going to sell at the end of this movie because that's exactly why he has a neck wound.
Yeah.
Look, there's times where you are watching this movie going, there was some bad decisions made, and that was one that's always stood out to me going, yeah, it's kind of cheating. He shouldn't have had anything there and the knife should have went in his throat. But Pete, what's yours, Bubba?
Easily when the bad guy cut off his buddy's head. It was, unexpected and hilarious all at the same time, and that was very funny.
I'm with you. I can't pick anything other than the decapitation out of nowhere. Like,
It really
you
was.
know,
It was like, whoa.
for the majority of the movie, other than the arm cut at the beginning, it's just stabbing. Brian James gets stabbed. A lot of everyone else does. Even in Nate's
And
favorite,
it's even
jousting
off-camera
scene.
a lot of it's off-camera stabbing.
There's a
too.
ton of off
because
camera
it's cheaper to do it that way.
And there's even like one moment where like the guy gets stabbed and it's clearly he's holding
under
his
his
sword
armpit.
in
Thank you,
between his
yes.
armpit.
I meant
like,
to say
like you
something
do
about
when
that.
you're a kid getting stabbed by a stick.
The show
Yeah.
Stick
that's
is
like the
just
final
sadly-
thrust, and then the camera cuts again, and it's the prosthetic.
Yeah,
through
yeah.
his
Oh, that's
chest.
great.
And that's a product of its time though too, man.
Sure.
I mean, budget and time. But no, the beheading, like Pete says, it comes out of nowhere, and they show it for pretty
yeah.
well. Like it cuts, and then it rolls.
And it
across
rolls on the
sand.
sand. Yeah, it's very funny.
It's funny, and then he has to make a quip about it. He's like, "I told you not to interfere."
It's good.
He warned him. It's
He
fair.
did.
So, all right, cool. Let's God damn it. Let's rate.
Yes, let's do the thing.
Hey, are you going to do a bad review?
That's after this.
Oh,
I
okay.
shouldn't because I read the best review that's out
Sorry, I'm out of order here.
there. No, you're
I
fine.
mean, Owen's
Nate's
allowed to have his
completely out of
opinion,
order.
and it's completely wrong.
I'm
but it's
always out
cool.
of order. I am.
And here's the funny thing though is I do believe our rules stated that if the movie didn't get a good score, someone had to read a good review of the movie.
Exactly, and I have one.
Oh,
All right, I'm glad you remembered the rules.
you have a
Pete
good
doesn't
review.
always
I
remember.
You
remembered
already
the
read a
rules.
good review.
All right.
Yeah, but the Trash Man wasn't played before that.
Not yet.
True.
Yep.
Nate, go ahead.
All right.
Charlie's exhausted.
I did not enjoy this movie at all.
Really? I had no idea.
No idea.
No idea at all. But like, I've only ever given one movie a 1-star rating, and that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 because it was insulting to us.
It was.
Yeah, pretty
A
much.
2 on our podcast is worse than a 1.
It is.
So
'Cause
this
it's
isn't
not
a
last
1
place.
or
You're
a
the-
2.
You're the runner-up for last
Let's
place.
say it
Yeah.
better not be. Yeah.
So it's definitely a 3 for me.
Okay.
I just didn't find this entertaining in the least bit. And like it just let me down. And like when it was over, it was just like, thank God. Like, I'm so glad this is finally done with because like with the terrible fight scenes, the villain who might as well be non-existent, what felt like a complete wasted use of Patrick Swayze, I was like, I am over this just completely. And like the sword is barely in the movie, and just why? So
it's
much
so cool.
why?
Right.
And
They took it away from him for a while, right?
Yeah. And then they lock him in when he tries to get it back. And you know what? The dog couldn't even know his own lines because they had to dub the dog.
Oh, wait. We can't talk about the dog just yet. That's going to come up with Pete here in a minute. So,
Well, I have something about the dog. Okay.
You got something about the dog.
Yeah, because the dog got an extra point for you.
Yeah.
You can't forget that in your final
score
rating
gets a whole extra point because
of the dog and what he did. He don't remember.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have to get my phone now. What did the dog do?
The dog has nunchucks.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, and you're like, all right,
Yes.
the dog
Okay,
having
okay.
nunchucks gives it one
Okay,
extra
go back,
point.
Go back.
I'm thinking about leaving that. Jesus Christ.
We're professionals.
I totally
Just like what Fake Darkman said in that really good action movie we did,
Set
Hard
my
Target.
Oslo. Pete, what's your rating, Bubba?
All right, so a 5 is
Average.
a movie, right?
Yeah.
It's average. It's an average movie. Now, this is not an average movie. It is below average for me. 3 is way too low because
No, it feels just right.
3
Trust me. Come
a
come
3
join
feels,
me.
A 3 feels
comfortable.
like I'm being mean, and this movie
Right, yeah.
isn't that bad.
comfort.
So I'm my base level is going to be a 4.5. 4.5.
So
'Cause
5.5 with the dog and
it's-
nunchucks.
Are we not doing the bit with the dog now?
No, I was
Wait,
leaving it
is
in.
your 4.5 including the dog?
Right,
Or
is
is
the
your
dog in
4.5 not including the dog?
I don't know what we're doing here.
Well,
Obviously.
whatever your final score is, you have to add 1 point because you said that the
I know,
dog with nunchucks.
Yes, I remember that now, and I thought we were going back so I could have a bit. So I guess I don't get a bit. So screw you both.
What bit? You said your
bit?
point.
Yeah, you said your point.
You said
and I was
it.
just asking, does that round up to 5.5?
This is chaos. This is what I have to deal with.
All right, so it rounds up to 5. That's what it gets.
Okay.
Moving it to 5 for the dog and nunchucks. I'm done.
Perfect.
I'm out.
Pete's like, I'm done.
I
Why do I keep getting sucked into these? You guys. This is
Damn
why Pete had a no action clause he thought in his contract.
I thought I did.
Nope. I amended that contract. You didn't read the part
you're
that
gonna
I
be on the
amended.
next 2 action movies you're gonna be on. That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. Am I
you
really?
picked the next one.
Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, I picked
And
the next
then
one? That's the
The
next
one
action movie?
after that is a total banger that you're gonna absolutely love.
All right.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Yeah, you picked the next action one, Pete. So yeah,
I don't remember anything.
I know you don't. We just had this discussion about Nunchuck Dog. How do you forget Nunchuck Dog?
Yeah, Nunchuck Dog was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't take notes. I forget stuff.
Apparently not. No, it's all right. All right, my turn. I enjoy this movie. You know, do I enjoy this as much as I say like Beastmaster or Master of the Universe? No. Is this better than Mad Max? No, I just used it as, you know, kind of a set the bar kind of thing to talk about something similar in feel. Do I enjoy watching this? Absolutely, I enjoy watching this. Do I like the story? I totally get swept up in the story, man. I love the lone fighter. I love the hero's journey who's just I'm nomadic. I know I am personally. I get bored if I'm in one place. That's why, you know, sometimes I travel for work. I like to go places and just go and not have a reason. I'm truly like that. So I have a connection with characters like this. And, you know, when they leave at the end of the movie, I'm totally cool with that. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm going to settle down and start a family. No, man. Peace out. I'm out of here. I love that stuff, man. I love those type of movies. Like I said, this one parallels to also a lot of my favorite movies as well. But I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give this one a 6.5.
Oh,
I think.
No, that's fair though.
I
Being
think
fair. We were all being fair.
No, you weren't.
I am.
I agree with Pete. 3 is mean. 3 is you don't want me to bury you.
No, 2 is mean.
No, 2.
2 is spiteful. 2 is
2 is spiteful.
Hateful.
Yeah.
1 is I feel like
bad.
1 is funny.
Yeah, one's funny.
One's like it's a 1.
Negative thirst is sending a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is sending
Oh,
a
I
message.
have
loud
such
and clear
sights to show you.
I have sights to show you. Look what happened to me. So it's
I
fine.
know, but I didn't give it negative thirst.
Well,
yeah.
I should have been on Doomsday.
You should have.
Yeah, you should have. All right, you really should have.
I agree. So, I think it's fair. Nate, you guys a trash review, Bubba?
Oh, do I ever?
A non-trash.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I smash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's going to be a disaster.
All right, this comes from Ghostly Theater, who gave this a 10 out of 10. And said this is fun, cheesy, entertaining. The charm of these films are classic. I miss the 80s action heroes. Surprisingly, the cinematography and characters were great. Yeah, that guy honestly has no idea what he's talking about because
is that it?
They
Is that the
clearly
whole
did.
review?
Yeah, that was it. They're like, there was no cinematography in this movie, and the choreography is garbage. So.
Other than the landscape shots, the
like
fighting
the landscape
cinematography
shots
is-
where all you had to do was just point a camera at scenery and move.
I want to
left
see
or right.
you do. I want to see how well you do that, Mister. Just point a camera.
I'd be so fucking good at it, dude.
No, I honestly
I do scenery shots in my sleep.
Ew.
Turning your phone sideways doesn't count.
Yeah, and then I do panoramic. Look at that. Look at that steadiness. I'm so fucking steady, dude.
Jesus.
Wow. Nate's not even drinking tonight.
So
He's
good, man. It's like,
F-bomb left and right here.
right. Pete even said F-bomb. Like, really, Nate? Come on.
No.
Have a little decorum, sir.
This is what Steel Dawn did to me. So, the next action movie, Pete, would you like to reveal it?
You're damn right. We're going to do an action movie. We're doing a kung fu movie. It is called Mad Monkey Kung Fu. And
Pete,
yes.
Don't let this be 4 bad movies on the podcast.
Oh, so
don't let this happen.
I watched about half of this movie and I stopped because there was an action scene in the middle of this movie that had my jaw on the floor. It was what these people were doing with their bodies, and this is not a sexy time body thing.
Oh.
This is a kung fu body thing. It was so impressive with what they could do that I had to bring it to the podcast. We have got to cover Mad Monkey Kung Fu.
He was ecstatic about it. So
oh my goodness, you're going to love it. It's very silly. It's not a serious kung fu movie. What one is, but this is very very silly.
Fair.
It is borderline comedy. Okay, it is comedy. It's called Mad Monkey Kung Fu. But it's not. It's what like a. It's a movie that inspired Kung Fu Hustle with the absurdity of it. So
okay,
I really
if
think
it's on that level, I will love it.
I love Kung Fu Hustle.
We're going to have a good time. We are going to have a good time with this. It's got the Pete seal of approval.
Oh God, no!
I don't know if that's good or bad, dude.
I don't know how to take any of that.
I'm so excited to give it the Pete seal of approval because it's so confusing to both of you.
Yeah, you know,
I did like Slugs, though. I'll give you a chance. Steve. I like Slugs.
Oh, Slugs was so good.
I'm having flashbacks of February. It's the helicopter. The Fortunate Son's playing.
All right, well, that's Steel Dawn.
I'm on a beach.
Treasure for Charlie, apparently torture for these guys. So I don't care. I still love it. And I'm sure our listeners are going to love it as well. So, and it's on Tubi right now. You can watch it for free.
Yep.
Like I said, I really, truly think there's something wrong with your guys' transfers because I watched it on Tubi, super bright. My Blu-ray was gorgeous.
Speaking of Tubi, there's, maybe a movie that's really good on there, or maybe it's
we
trash.
still don't know.
Go check out the Tubi Files, episode 2 on YouTube.
Creature. Find out whether we found it trash or treasure because we still don't know. We will in a few days. So we will find out.
Watch it tonight.
So, and please make sure if you want to keep up with the insanity, we won't put you in the group chats because you don't want in on that. That's pretty much what you heard this episode is that with a lot more gifts thrown into it. But you can always come over onto the Facebook group. Give me back my action movies. Give me back my horror movies. We have 2 great groups going on over there. We have the Instagram pages under the same names. We are both on TikTok. We are on Twitter. And as Nate so eloquently put it, we are on YouTube. So please go subscribe to us. Search the GMBM AHM. GMBM AHM.
Is that our initials?
Yeah, it's our initials.
Yeah, sure.
So you can find us over there. We usually put links to stuff at Facebook. And also for anyone that doesn't know, I don't know if there will be at the end of this one, but if you listen through the music, we put a lot of effort sometimes of our end closing credits of these episodes. And sometimes that's the funniest part of the episode. So listen till the podcast
sometimes you got to
off.
get through an hour and a half to enjoy 1 minute of the podcast.
Smack the shit out of this kid.
What? I didn't see you have to get through an hour and 40 minutes specifically of a really bad movie to enjoy it because you get to turn it off.
Nate, do the thing.
Oh, what's a good word, Charlie?
You talk too much.
That's great. Oh. So good.
I had that one in the.
You had that one in the bank. That was the first. That was all in all the chambers.
All right, that was really good, you son of a bitch. That was really good. I'll give you that one.
I gotta get another beer. Give me.
Don't worry though. The next action movie that I pick's actually a banger, so I'll come in. I'll sweep in like Icarus and save the day.
Taking the low-hanging fruit doesn't count, Nate.
No. There is no low-hanging fruit around this podcast.
Kidding. Mad Monkey Kung Fu. You're gonna love it.